Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
We'll continue in our study from where we stopped. The last concept we treated was the concept of sovereignty, and today we've come to look into the concept of democracy. Democracy is defined as a form of government in which the people exercise their governing power either directly or through their representatives periodically elected by them. The origin of democracy is traceable to the ancient Greek. The word demo, in quotes, in Greek means people, and kratia, in quotes, means government. These two words, demo and kratia, metamorphosed into the word democracy. Abraham Lincoln defined democracy as government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The rise of democracy. The French Revolution of 1789 and the outbreak of the World War I in 1914 are remarkable in the history of government for two developments. One, the rise of democracy and nationalism. However, our main focus here is on democracy, and developments may be traced to four factors. A, social, economic, and political conditions. These conditions favored and still favors the rise of popular government. The Industrial Revolution helped to further the movement towards democracy through development of the middle class and the support and the impetus it gave to city life. The opportunity to unite, which the urban and factory life portrayed, came with a new consciousness of power and the demand for political recognition. Similarly, Industrial Revolution came with social problems, e.g., concentration of population gave rise to cities, towns, low wages, uncertainty in employment, etc. B, we have historical writings. The writings of Locke and Rousseau were sources of inspiration to most nations of Europe. They proclaim that men are born free and equal, and that government depends on the consent of the people. C, bad government. The incompetence and vices of most kings also helped the rise of democracy. The revolution, which ended in the overthrow of the monarchy, was the outcome of the vices, incompetence, and unpopularity of the kings, coupled with the corruption and inefficiency of the government. These gave rise to the formation of republican parties. D, imitation. This is a contributory factor in political development, especially in shaping the constitutions. For example, the Constitution of the USA supplied a model for the rest of America, Nigeria, etc. Characteristics of democracy. Number 1, the equal rights of all normal adults to vote and stand as candidates for elections, periodic elections, and equal eligibility for political offices prevail in every democratic setting. Number 2, every democracy recognizes the conception of majority rule and the rights of the minority in decision making. Number 3, democracy restores the value of individual personality. It implies the need to respect the other man, to listen to his arguments, and to take into account his point of view. Number 4, the constitution of a democratic state is supreme and above every other consideration in the system. Number 5, the application of the rule of law is held in high esteem, as no one is above the law. We now come to the types of democracy. We have two types of democracy to discuss in this our lesson. Number 1, we have direct democracy. This refers to an idea of government by which all citizens meet together periodically to discuss issues affecting the community. direct democracy is suitable for small states only. Thus, it is seen as a close interaction in which people can continually take an active part. The second one is indirect democracy. This form of government becomes operational where citizens are qualified to choose their own representatives to rule on their behalf. Representative democracy is government by means of persons elected to serve the interest of others, whether in the local government council, parliament, or in the executive. It is worthy of note to assert here that indirect democracy has come to stay in modern political systems due to population growth, which has led to the impossible adoption and retention of direct democracy. Advantages of democracy. Number one, it gives the electorate the opportunity to elect leaders of their choice. Number two, it ensures equal opportunity for all citizens in all spheres of life. Number three, it gives legitimacy and acceptance to the elected government. Thus, the elected government enjoys the people's support. Number four, decision is reached through discussion, argument, and persuasion. Democracy does not believe in suppression of opinion. Number five, those in government rule according to the provisions of the Constitution. Thus, the rule of law is being operated in every democracy. We now go to the disadvantages of democracy. Number one, when opportunity is given to everybody to express his or her views before the final decision is taken on any issue of public importance, decision making is slowed down. Number two, democracy involves many people in the decision making process, and that makes it very expensive to operate. Number three, democracy allows for the election of those who do not have the ability to govern into offices, as it may lead to incompetent people being in government. Number four, the possibility of those repenting to that. Number four, take two. Number four, take two. Take two. Number four, the possibility of those representing to do that to their own selfish interest is very high, as it leads to wrong representation. Having come to the end of democracy, we now go into political culture.